like, I know you talk, like, look back when you were a kid to see what you were doing, but what if you've just, like, struggled with depression all this time, so you weren't really doing anything, you know what I mean? Does that make
totally.
sense at all?
Of course it makes sense. People at 20, 21, 22, even 30, 40 are asking me, Gary, I don't know my passion. I always ask them, well, what did you do as a kid, or what do you like? But sometimes you don't have to go as far as what you did as a kid. It might be, Robbie, what you're doing right now. Like, I'm a big fan of paying attention to what people consume. Like, for example, I've been so busy with the All-In Challenge, trying to keep the companies along, just a lot of shit. Black Lives Matter, there's been so much.
Right.
But in the few minutes that I've had to myself, I've either looked up sports cards and bought them on eBay, or have watched wrestling documentaries on WWE OTT. That's a clear indication of who I am right now, even of what I like. I would really look at what you gravitate towards doing. Like, what do you watch? What do you do? Like, what do you like? You know, like, what is it?
I would say
music, sports, video games, cooking, travel, skiing, you know.
Video games and probably fiction writing. And also I've been reading a lot about entrepreneurship too, but I know you gotta actually get out there and do it too.
Well, you gotta fiction write, and you gotta play video games or record it. So there's nothing wrong with educating yourself or consuming. The push I give when I'm like, what you gotta do is, that's the truth. Like, you can't, you know, nothing will happen by watching my videos unlimited. Like, you have to do that thing. There's nothing wrong with consuming. It's just that if you use consuming as the justification that you're doing, you tend to get unhappy.
Right.
But Robbie, you're in a place where you can start YouTube videos and Instagram accounts and TikToks around video games and fiction writing. You can literally write the first page of a fiction story that you have in your mind in the Notes app on your phone and post that on Instagram with 12 followers. And that could be the moment. It's unlikely, but it could.
Right. That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta lean into your interests. It leads to happiness. You're too young to give up on happiness. You know, people that are 75, I'm willing to say you can give up on happiness. And what I mean by that is not giving up on happiness. I mean professional happiness. I would say, okay, you're 75, fuck it. You're allowed to go to save your money and whatever, but yeah, hopefully you save some money if you want to go to Florida or Arizona and just golf, like, cool. But if you're 52 right now and you hate your fucking job, I don't want you to keep doing that, because there's another 20 years likely of you working based on what I'm seeing in the numbers. These like fuck already. Like, this is why I don't want people to buy houses that are too expensive for them. I don't want people not to buy houses. I don't want people to buy houses that they can't afford. I don't want people to not buy cars. I don't want them to buy cars they can't afford. I don't want people to not buy jewelry. I don't want them to buy jewelry that they can't afford. I'm buying fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars of sports cars, but I can afford it. Nobody, like, that's stupid if you can't afford it. I want people to drink $6 coffees if they can afford it. I don't want them to buy it when they can't. Saving money is incredibly important. Living within your means is incredibly important. And more importantly, having a job you hate or doing something you hate just to pay for stuff to make pretend you were happy, that's the worst of them all.
Right.
You've already lived that. You fucking thought you had to do something. It made you unhappy, and it became a spiral, and you became very unhappy.
Okay.
I think your work ethic will explode when you're doing something you love. For example, I have great work ethic, but I don't stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning working on Empathy, the K-Swiss deal, the Vaynermedia. But I stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning buying sports cards the other night because my passion was off the fucking charts.
Okay.
I think most people are not lazy. I think they're doing something they don't like. I'm unbelievably lazy in school. I'm unbelievably lazy if you ask me to hang 6 pictures up in an apartment. I can work for 18 hours straight when I love it. Work ethic oftentimes maps to the thing. I think too many people deem themselves as not ambitious and lazy, when in reality it's because they don't like what they're doing.
Right.